some house that Ashley wants to see really bad.
Mommy.
So I found a house that is 7,600 square feet for $365,000 here in Charlotte. And basically, this is an impromptu trip because when I get a house stuck in my head, I can't shake it. And so Reggie has to prove a point that I won't like the house. So it has Reggie's 3-car garage. It has Reggie's basement. What else does it have, honey?
I don't know, because it's not finished. It's completely framed.
It's just framed. It's new construction, which I'm not afraid of. You know I'm not afraid of new construction.
It's not new construction, it's unfinished construction. It's not new because it hasn't
started in 2001, but it's 7,600 square feet.
2001?
So yeah, that's when it started.
Oh gosh.
The wood, the framing, some of it is from 2001.
That's older than most of y'all.
It's only 18 years. But yeah, impromptu trip to see the house. It has everything, Reggie. It has a bedroom.
It doesn't have anything.
It has a bedroom on the main floor, a bath and a half on the first floor, 4 bedrooms and 4 baths upstairs. And in the basement, it has a bathroom, kitchen, laundry, living room, second master, media, and rec room. We literally won't have to move for the rest of our lives.
Hey guys, look at me. Can you get the camera on me? As I'm driving, I just want to say something. So I'm from Charlotte. I know where this house is. I'm not thrilled about this location. I'm not gonna tell you where the house is.
In case we get it.
No, I'm not gonna tell you where the house is because I'm not allowed to say anything negative about a location of a house. But I'm just gonna say that I'm not thrilled about the location of this house. And my wife, not being from Charlotte, only looking at pictures and potential.
Potential, I love potential.
She has no context as to where this is and what the situation is. So,
okay,
that's the situation.
So back to me now. Potential is the key. We can actually take this house that's already been started. We can add our finishes to the house. And there's nothing that a good gate and what's that thing called? Is it a gate and a super nice fence can't fix?
That's not true.
You don't think so?
That's not true.
Well, we shall see. think, Reggie?
Mommy, push out.
Looks like I thought it was gonna look, Ashley.
Does it?
Mommy,
Yeah.
How do you feel about the air? Do you think we can just do a gate?
Well, I see the ice cream
I mean,
truck.
TGTB, baby.
TGTB. What does that mean?
Too good to be true.
So it's definitely a project. I'm not really sure what to think about it. I just feel like the wood that is there needs to be replaced in a lot of places. And then I didn't go in, obviously all the way in, because I'm not supposed to. And when I stepped on the front porch, it was soggy, as if I could fall through.
Yeah, I was thinking, why are you getting out of my sight in case you fall through something, because I can't see you.
We have good health insurance though.
Yeah, I'm not trying to think that.
So, yeah, so that part was a little bit, I mean, it's just a front porch, you can fix that. That's fixable. It's just that inside of the garage. The
house has been sitting
like the interior looks like it had like water damage, which I don't know how that happened.
The house has been sitting like that for years. It was not finished. The state that it's in is going to have damage. We know it had framing damage because they replaced all the framing.
Not all the framing, some of the framing. So that's the thing, is like we don't know what they replaced, but it's so close to uptown. So, it's so close. It's just like one road. We can go to all the games.
Don't care. Don't care. I don't care.
He doesn't like the area too much. I feel like if you go home and close the door and you have a really good security system and a gate, then we're fine. But I would like a neighborhood to, and I don't think I would know any of our neighbors with a big gate, right?
Not the house.
It's definitely not the house, but that'd be such a dope project. You have to have an open mind, honey.
Oh, I'm open-minded.
No.
I'm open enough to know that that's not the house.
I think that is a possibility still. I think we can get a good deal on the house. Oh yeah, I don't like the backyard. So the side yard where you parked needs to be cleared out some more in order to install that big fence or the big gate. It would need to be cleared out.
How much money would you spend to fix that house?
How much money?
Total on the house, how much would you spend?
Oh, total all in? I would say $550, $530, $550. Get the house at a deal. And then, because we gotta tear off a lot of that wood, redo it. The studs look good. Grading, a lot of the brick that they put on there has been replaced because it has like the openness, and if water gets in there and expands and contracts, it can cause like cracks and stuff. So take that away and just put stone up, you know? No?
I hear you. I just hear you talking, but I don't believe you.
It'd be like a project. We could be like, what's those people in Texas in Waco?
The Gaines?
Yeah, we could be like the Gaines.
They got like Texas space.
That's 2.36 acres.
Yeah, but how much of that is just straight up woods right now?
You know that we've cut down trees before. It's nothing. Cut down trees.
We cut down trees before, but we never spent $500,000 to cut down trees. I mean, just to go and then go cut down trees.
Well, we wouldn't do it. You'd hire somebody to do it. And I think that's what people think when they look at like projects. They say, well, it's gonna, you know, it costs money, but they're like, oh, it's so much work. But that's what you pay people to do.
Maybe I'm not the right person to be saying all that, but I mean, my personal opinion about that, about the property, is that it doesn't fit what we need.
Yeah, I don't really. It's good garden space. It's not the house. I can't fight it. I can't fake the funk. It's not the house for us. My heart is broken. What is it?
TGTBT. Too good to be true.
Yeah. What house is on the top of your list now?
Well, you know, there's a lot of basement houses that don't have permits. So,
so that's what we're running into, is like, this is a huge fixer-upper, and obviously all the permits that are in place now have expired. And then the house that we absolutely love is a fully finished basement and doesn't have permits, like no permits. And then there's another house, in the same neighborhood, does it have permits?
Nope.
It does not have permits either. And
it's a neighborhood full of
and then the other house that looks like Legola's, it doesn't have permits either. So these are all like, you know, $500,000 houses without permits. And in a way, should we care?
Yeah.
Why should we care?
Why didn't they get a permit?
I mean, I'm just saying, if it's built in a good
here's the thing, right? We would never tell somebody to buy a house that doesn't have a permit on a basement. Absolutely not. So if we would say that that's the best thing to do, when we should live by that rule too. Agreed?
So that's literally our top 3 houses don't have permits for the basement that he needs. Apparently,
I don't need a basement.
Yes, we do.
I don't need a basement. I just need, if we don't have a basement, I just need some space. So maybe like a detached garage, something where you could build a building in the back or something, or just, you know, like there's, for example, there's so that last house we saw, right? I had a friend of mine that had a house in Belmont, and his house didn't have a basement, but what it had was a detached garage that had a walkway to the garage. So it was attached, but it wasn't like basically like the space over the garage was finished, and it was to the side of the house, so you could still be loud and be fine, and it was like a hallway to get to the garage. So I've seen things work without that.
So we need a basement. But we need a basement because, not just for you, but also yesterday we were hanging out with the kids. We were like, it'd be so awesome to do this in a basement.
You could do that outside or in the park.
But not when it's so cold and rainy like it was yesterday.
True.
So it was nice to go. We went into our garage and we cleared out the car and we let the kids play in there. So that was really cool. We need a basement, and if you're spending that much money, you should get what you want, right?
I agree.
Like that house we just left, we can fix it to be what we want. And we can pull all the permits. So we were looking at this one new construction neighborhood, and the lady, the on-site agent, kept on telling us that all we had to do was call the city and they'll come out and just give us permits on the house that doesn't have any permits. And I was like, that's not how life works.
Definitely not how it works.
You can't just, the whole point of permits. If that was the case,
then nobody would do a permit.
Yeah, exactly. The whole point of permits is to make sure it's built in a good workmanlike manner, up to code and stuff. But would you get those houses with the deal?
Mm-mm.
So at all, you would not get the house at all?
What's the deal?
Like $60,000 or $90,000 off purchase price.
Think about it. It depends. Which house you're talking about?
Any of the 3.
Yes.
Okay.
Because I could take $20,000 out of that worst case scenario and expect to
That's not worst
pick
case
something
scenario,
back. Because in order to go do a retrofit permit,
you have to tear it down to studs,
yeah,
so they can see like the electrical and the plumbing work and make sure it was all good.
Exactly.
So that's worst. I think that's best case scenario, is that you take it off and then you put it back on. Worst case scenario is that it is done incorrectly and you got to fix it. So that's why I was saying 60 to 90.
Yeah.
If plumbing and electrical is whack.
Either way.
But so far, it's not going good. So 2020 is the year we're going to buy a new house.
2021.
2020.
2020.
2020.
Or it should be 2021.
Watch it be 20. Happy wife, happy life.
Yeah, we're going to be ready. Getting ready in 2020.
Listen,
it end up being 2021.
If we find the perfect house this year, we're buying it. I say this time next year. Like, I don't want to have any more holidays in my kitchen. I really want to have space to lay out the spread.
As you see, guys, this is what happens when you have a relationship, and even though you can be on the same page one day, the next day you wake up and not be on the same page.
We said that. We even told your parents at Thanksgiving. We said that this is going to be our last holiday season in our current house, and you were sort of agreeing with me. Were you just doing that because your parents were there?
So, if you listen to what she said, sort of agreeing, I didn't actually say that. That's what she said. And I actually heard her say it. I just didn't say anything.
So you sort of.
But I'm not disagreeing that. I'm just saying I think realistically by 2021 we'll have a new house.
Yeah, by 2021. So by January 1, 2021 we'll be in our new house.
Maybe.
Which, yeah, that's the very first day of 2021. So that means we'll already be closed on our new house.
We'll see.
Reggie.
We'll see.
Don't frustrate me. Are we going to buy my dream house right now?
You wanna go buy your dream house? Sure.
Yeah.
We'll go buy it. What do you wanna think happened to the house? I think that it didn't sell for over a year and they rented it out.
You think so? Because it would have been rented.
Who said they had to use them? You don't have to use MLS to do rentals.
That's true. But then wouldn't they have terminated or canceled the listing agreement?
You never know what the owners do. They may be property managers. They may be able to rent the house out. They may have moved back into the house, or somebody that they know. Maybe they may be like a family person renting the house.
Well, I still want to drive by it.
You can drive by it, but I'm just saying this is the point. Being like it's off the market for now. It hasn't sold. You know the biggest issue with it.
It's because it's waiting for us. It's waiting for us. Is that why it's off the market?
The biggest issue with the house is the permits on the basement. And it was under contract before.
That dude looked
twice.
like a younger version of you.
No, it didn't.
It looked like it could have been your cousin. You saw him too though, right?
That dude looked like nothing like me.
You saw him though, right? That's why you were smiling, because that dude looked like a younger version, like the college Reggie that I met. I was like,
I was more handsome than that.
He was very sexy in college.
I was a really skinny, handsome guy.
Really skinny. I fed him well though. I fed you.
No, college.
I fed you.
Anyway.
I think the house is waiting for us to get ready to purchase it. I think that's what it is.
This just goes to show you that your realtor can also be love-struck on houses.
Yes, because we saw this house months ago.
I've seen it more than you. I've seen it twice.
You went into the house without me?
Long story. I don't really want it to be on camera.
Oh yeah. I remember. He showed it to one of our clients. That's true. Yeah.
My wife wanted to have a real conversation when she got the camera off. How she really felt. Say how you really feel. Don't hide it.
I said that I really love this house, and does it really matter that there's no permits? Like, guys, really?
This is
such a beautiful, look at this neighborhood. Go ahead, keep on talking.
Let me explain something to everybody really quick, right?
Look at the lake.
So, the one thing you don't want to do is buy something and you know better, right? If a house has been sitting on the market for over a year and there's nothing wrong with it visually, it looks fine, right? But the thing that you find out when you're doing your due diligence is that, oh, this doesn't have a permit, right? And that's the reason why it's been on the market for over a year, right? Because if you don't have a permit, that means that things are not checked as they go. When you do things like building, mechanical, plumbing, electrical, oh God, it's bright.
So when you check the permits, you remember how like our listing had the permits pulled? They just didn't have that final check. Were there any permits pulled?
No.
Gosh, that sucks.
No attempt. This is it.
Looks still vacant to me.
Oh, somebody's living there. Boom.
Oh no! No, I might cry. What'd I tell you, Reggie?
So there's another house. Just like this house.
It's not just like this house.
It doesn't have some of the finishes.
Doesn't have the.
If you're looking at spending $150 on fixing a house, what's $10,000 on?
It's spending the same amount of money.
This is it right here.
On the house, and then having to go in.
On the right.
Go around that way a little bit.
Do you want to go in?
Sure.
Yeah, hold on a second.
So the perk about us being realtors is that we can go in and look at the houses, and like there's a lockbox on the front door. So here, hold the camera, Reggie.
A lockbox or a Supra?
Supra, but we gotta still make the appointment. Are those power lines in the backyard? And that's another thing, when you have like a basement house, the slopiness of it can really mess up gardening plans. These houses are so close together. Was the other house this close to the other house?
Show and confirm, no action needed, Supra box.
Alright, in we go. now.
That's good now.
Yeah, I mean they're replaced. This area back here is actually really cute. Back there.
Is that the backyard? Stay back there.
Yeah.
Stop. No. Kids, come here now.
This gives me that mountain feel, like it would look like.
I know. It's nice.
Like it would look really pretty, like right there in the fall.
This house is 530.
Yeah.
Right.
I like that. My only hiccup is this area.
What's your thoughts about this? It's not as bad as it looks, huh?
It's not as bad as it looks. I would really want to see how much it costs to take this out and put in my stove. So the things I don't like about the kitchen is this island, which is easy to remove it. It's really easy. I can either just remove this portion and extend the top and put some pedestals here, or just completely change it out. This would be Mommy and Daddy's room.
Here? What? Take it back. Take it back. Piggy room. That piggy's flat.
Ooh.
For me and room.
No, stand up.
A book.
This is my sewing room.
A little bug.
This is pretty because it overlooks the foliage. paint. So what are your thoughts? I like it. I give it a 8 out of 10. Needs new paint, new carpet. Prince, stop running. Both of you, please. The front deck, I thought it was gonna be bigger. Where the hangout at?
You thought this?
I thought it was gonna be. I thought it was gonna be like wider to like actually deeper. Whatever. I do like the location of the sewing room.
The bathroom looks better than I was expecting it to look.
The bathroom does look a lot better. A lot better. We can't get rid of the skylights. Our current home has a skylight, so every time it rains, it's like, it wakes us up at night. So I do like this. It's a good place for wine and coffee.
Guys, stay upstairs.
Stop, Prince, please. There's a lot of light in this house. Look at that.
That looks nice. Oh, that looks really nice.